So it's the 1st of May 2025, that means it's the local elections here in the UK. And like my thumbnail suggests, it is indeed do or die for Farage and Reform. And that's because if they don't get it right today, if they don't get their projected seats of 522 councillors, then they've got an uphill struggle. This is the election they need to convince people that they are the change that Britain needs. Personally, I have an issue with that, as you all know. But I guess as long as Labour lose, then who am I to quarrel with that? Of course, I'm not telling people who to vote for here. So if you want to vote Reform, then you vote Reform. It's your right. But if you're voting for the Conservatives, Labour, even Lib Dems, who the hell votes for Lib Dems? Then you seriously need to have a word with yourself and have a good long look in the mirror. Because we've had an endless cycle of these two parties, Labour and the Tories, in power. And look at where we are today. And if you're a Labour canvasser or councillor stood outside the voting booths today or the polling stations, then you've got balls of steel. You're wrong completely politically, and you have no shame after what Starmer's done since last, was it June, July, when he was voted in. Wow, how could you have the front and the face to stand there and convince people to vote for you? That's beyond me. I certainly couldn't do it, and that's saying something. And so remember this, if you're voting for Labour today, you're voting for the party that promised not to take away the winter fuel allowance from our elderly, and yet they did. They promised the waspy women their pension rights and then reneged on it. They said there was a £22 billion black hole in the country's finances and yet spent our money like kids in a sweet shop. They've pledged £3.6 billion of our money to Zelensky, the Ukraine, for the next 100 years, and Starmer didn't even ask us. They promised not to increase income and council tax, and yet here we are. Both have rocketed up. They promised to smash the gangs, the people smugglers who are helping illegal migrants cross the channel every day in their little dinghies, but instead they've only recently gone and offered them free houses. Oh my God. Starmer personally intervened with local authorities and had people locked up for social media posts. He ensured that they were fast-tracked through the criminal justice system and given bogus legal advice to ensure that they ended up in prison. And they denied a government inquiry into the Islamic grooming gangs. Two of Starmer's former MPs have recently been arrested for being wrong-uns. And there's a plethora of Labour MPs on the list as well, charged and convicted for being wrong-uns. And you can see this on the website Labour25. And they're also inheritance taxing our farmers out of existence. So yeah, before you go to the voting booth today, the polling station, and you're considering voting for Labour, think twice and think very, very carefully. So whoever you vote for today, don't vote for Labour. And there we go, that's what I've got to say about that. Let me know what you think in the comments as ever. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Roger Trout.